I made a video recently and I talked about this dance studio that had the shirt that said, feminism is my second favorite F word. And, I don't like that because the best messages are in symbolism. So then I'm set up in the same building and I'm sitting here and I start listening to the music that's being played for these little girls dancing to it. And it just seems so sexual, like it was picking up on like a whole sexual vibe from them. There's like 10-year-olds, like it might be younger. I mean, there might be 7-year-olds in there. And past the Dutch, right? So it talks about in here, pretty boys on the floor, can't, I can take your man, I don't have to sex him. You're a pain in my rectum, and I'm a bitch. Yeah, step on, shaking your ass, and still like, it just goes on like that, right? And then the next verse, it's like talks about beat her with, makes you poom poom jum. It's your fat one. Put your clothes back on before you start putting potholes in my lawn. Like they're talking about erections and talking about sex. Viper armed. I've been superstar since Daddy came. And when you listen to this song, just the feeling of it tells you something. Music is very powerful. Okay, it says stuff even when you're not listening to the lyrics, but the lyrics are even. This is not okay. Like, I think that if you are bringing your children to a dance studio to teach them dancing, you should ask them what music you're listening to, because this is doing subliminal things to your little children, and like, we have to be very conscious of what we download into our consciousness. And subliminal messages are the most powerful because you don't even know that they're happening to you. So, I heard a story about a yoga class that got canceled. There's a really amazing yoga teacher was teaching here, and it was a full class, and they called it spirit yoga. And she said, I don't want it to be called spirit yoga. Can we call it dark yoga? It fits our scheme and sales pitch and all that stuff, And I was like, okay, well. So she said, no, I'm not changing the name to dark yoga, right? Like, it was spirit yoga. And guess what? Now that place is mostly empty for all her yoga classes I've seen. I don't know how she's paying the rent, but her karma is coming. However, these children are still being abused. And because of her trauma, she's allowing this to continue. She doesn't even does she look at the lyrics of the music, or like, does she think about what she's unconsciously doing? I say unconscious because I don't think she is conscious, right? People want real partners, not an idea of a partner, and like you put so much into the person's external and teach them all about this external and this way to use this body and this smile to get your way, then you're losing part of the internal. And you're sending these people down a path. Remember that when we're young, we're like sponges. And the way she talks to these kids, it's all this top down, like, get going, tells them like it's so strict, and I'm like, they're gonna respect her because of her dominance, because they probably don't get that in their own lives very much. And because of that, they're gonna wanna idealize her and then live through this, pass on the same trauma. I hope some people listen to this video for these kids' sake and start talking about this, Intuit Studio, you have a responsibility. You are teaching the youth. And I'm going to start speaking out. This is unacceptable, this language and this kind of next to stripper music for little kids. Not okay. Much love to all, even those that are doing the evil, because you know what, I guess we don't learn unless somebody does the evil. And here's a learning lesson. Please learn us. Let's learn from this shit, That when you mess with the youth, it really flipping bothers me. And this is abusive. And it's this little subliminal abuse. So, not okay. Much love.